I like this Roblox update. Did you guys just hear what I said? Are you hearing what I am saying to you right now? This update that Roblox presented us with literally just yesterday around the evening time. Yes, it was 12 AM for me when that happened, so real fat chance of me making a video on this yesterday, considering we got the update a good 2 hours after my uploading time. The brand new in-game top bar has been rolled out to all Roblox users. Oh, now this is what we love to see. What's weird about this is I actually received half of the update to begin with, and it wasn't until the following morning that I got access to the other half, which was slightly frustrating because I prefer to plan videos the day before I begin creating and uploading them, but it is what it is and it happened the way that it happened. There is also a new in-game menu that is currently in testing for some users. There we go. That kinda explains what happened with my own experience. I wonder how Roblox chooses which users will get access to the whole feature and which users will only get half of it like I did, or it's probably just completely random. That would be a lot easier. What do you guys think about these big changes to the UI? That is an incredible question, and from my very enthusiastic intro to this video, coupled with I like it in big bold letters in the thumbnail, I think it's no secret that I do in fact like this new update. And I just know that this is going to make for an incredible discussion slash debate, so please leave me a comment on this video saying how you feel about this new feature. I think I'll just put the feeling into words perfectly. I like this a lot, will take time to adjust to, but it's cool. But just real quick, let me hop over here and squeeze right in there. I request that you, the very person watching this video right now, leave a like on this video and subscribe if you also have access to this new and updated Roblox menu. Well, I say this with pretty much every update, and that's whether I like it or not. I always say it's probably just one of those things that we need to get used to. Only the Lord knows truly how much everyone absolutely despised Arthur before even giving it a chance, and I hold my hands up, man. I'm slightly guilty of that. But you see, now that it's been with us for a rather long time, it's just another one of those things. Arthur is something that I got used to, as is Roblox Premium replacing Builders Club. However, the difference with the new UI menu is the fact that I actually like this one. The only adjusting that this one will take is getting used to using it and the way that the menu works. Otherwise, I think it's a great new addition to Roblox, and in terms of them trying to improve the way many different areas look and modernize them, I suppose we can say, I think they've done a wonderful job at achieving that. And scrolling through a lot of tweets and replies about it, this really does seem to be going down a treat with the majority of the Roblox community. Of course, we are always going to have those people who don't like it. That's just their opinion, and we should respect it if they have actual valid points and reasoning to go along with their opposite opinion. To sum up what people think of the new menu, I guess take this: the duality of man, along with looks epic and it sucks. If you ever wanted one single picture that could perfectly capture the elegance of the Roblox community, there you go. There it is right there. You know what? A picture truly can say 1,000 words, or in this case it quite literally just said 4 words, but you know what I mean, guys. And I guess now can be the part where we go on a little adventure and take a look at this new menu for ourselves. I'm going to start with the half that I got first. I think that's only obvious. And this is the top right corner of the game where the leaderboard usually sits. We now see the addition of a new little friend, pretty much just a circle with 3 small dots inside of it. Very simple, but when you open it up, I have to admit that this does look insanely cool, and even more so than before. The circle opens up a further 2 or 3 tabs, that depends on what the game allows. You have the average leaderboard, and you can still use the hotkeys for these if you want. Pressing tab still brings out the player list. But moving on down, they seem to have moved the emote wheel button from the top left of the bar over to inside of the new 3 dotted circle. The emote wheel is exactly the same as we know and loved it before. The only thing that this does is open it up for you to use. And finally, we have a lovely rectangle that serves the purpose of opening up your inventory. But again, you can still use the hotkey for this if you want. I mean, it even has it listed right there for you to see. And this is the end for the magical and mystical circle with the dots. That's all that this little guy holds. And once again, it's so simple, but it looks pretty cool to have up there. But right here, right now, and right in front of my face on the very screen that sits before me, this is probably my absolute favorite part of this whole entire update. Just out of every aspect of the new menu and top bar, this has to be my favorite. You know how when you click on someone's name in the leaderboard and it always comes up with like follow player or friend player, and that's just the boring old way that it has been for years? Well, no longer do we have to witness that boring design, because now it looks like this. The way that a small preview of the avatar sits there in the corner, this is such a cool design, and also probably why I like this so much. When you click on examine avatar, it brings up literally anything and everything that this person has equipped on their avatar, whether that be simply just the person's hair or literally every emote that they have equipped in their emote wheel. Personally, I don't see why we would ever need to see exactly what each person is wearing, especially when we can just go to their profile if we really needed to. But even with that in mind, I have to admit that this still looks great as well. And now we can take a thorough look at the new and updated buttons and menu in the top left corner of the screen. The chat button is still there. It literally just opens and closes the chat. That's always been useful, and I'm glad it's still an option and a choice for us to have. But along with this entire update, Roblox added a new button next to that, and it seems to have replaced the little 3 lines that we had up there prior to this update. When you click the Roblox logo, it pulls up the new menu that is basically the star of the show at this point. I mean, just look at it. Honestly, the best part about this is it no longer takes over your entire screen and stops you from playing the game you're in whilst you momentarily mess around with the settings. In here, it has a section for players, which is ever so slightly confusing because it's literally just another leaderboard, except this time it's at the left of the screen. But the next one down just reminds me how upset I am that Roblox removed the party feature. Honestly, I still struggle to this day to even come close to understanding why they would ever do that, and literally replaced it with something that isn't even anything like the party feature was, but you know, it is what it is. The settings part of this is quite obviously completely redesigned, but as far as I know, all the settings remain exactly the same, but hey, that's not the point here. The updated version of this looks so much better and adds such a unique element to every Roblox game and the platform as a whole. Then finally, we have report and controls, and I think those speak for themselves. There's not really that much to say about them other than they look great as well. The way to report someone is the same as before, but it looks a lot cleaner now, and I feel like it's going to be way simpler for people to correctly report someone when they feel the need to do so, as well as the controls page being a great little addition because not everyone is used to playing Roblox like you and me and knowing exactly what the controls are, and so I can just see this being very helpful to many people as well. The leave game option is still there, just slightly smaller and at the very bottom if people for some reason can't press the X in the top right corner, and reset character now appears to be listed as respawn character, which is probably just wording things differently to again make that easier to understand for anyone who may be unfamiliar with how Roblox works. I have to be honest, I do think Roblox are focusing on the right things because it was absolutely time for a new and updated menu, and they obviously did this really well, but I think they're prioritizing them in the wrong order here. We are all pretty familiar with some common problems that get discussed by pretty much everyone on a regular basis, but I would say that that is my only criticism with this new update, which ultimately doesn't even matter now because what's done is already done. But hey, just because I like it doesn't mean that you guys have to like it as well. If you don't like it, that's fine as always, and if you do like it, that's also completely fine. But this one goes out to all of you guys who are happy and content with literally anything and everything that happens and just couldn't care less what Roblox does with their UI menu. But anyway, let me know what you guys think of this new and improved Roblox menu and top bar. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.